Welcome to the one and only DynamiteNunchucks, where today we're going to do a quick review of a game on PlayStation that you've never heard of. Probably. I'm not typically one to dog or hate on any type of video game, because these people sink their time, lives, energy, and spend countless hours away from their families, all for our enjoyment when making these games. I mean, I love my fair share of quote-unquote bad video games. I freaking love Super Mario Sunshine. I don't care what any of you people say. That was a joke. That was a very bad joke.
That's not funny.
However, Antarctica 88 is a pretty rough game. It's so bad. It's somehow kinda good. Almost like Taco Bell or Nickelback. It's also a lot like my relationships as a teenager. Short, awkward, a little weird, and over oh so soon. You can straight flatten this game out in about 45 minutes to an hour. Unless you don't realize you have a map, then it might take you a little bit longer. Trust me, I know. Yeah. So let's break it down in a good old cons and pros list.
Pros.
The game looks kinda cool. Kinda anything with ice and creepy space seafood floating around. I'm like the Backstreet Boys at the turn of the century. It's my one desire. But this game, I don't know, it kind of feels like they drew heavy inspiration from Lost Planet. Okay, heavy might be too strong of a word. It's more like they told a guy who made this, hey buddy, look at this Lost Planet game. You've got 30 seconds. And then when his 30 seconds was up, they said, well, now you're going to make us a game, but a first-person shooter version of it. Good luck. Oh, and by the way, we love the movie The Thing, so incorporate as many things from The Thing as you can. Okay, that's all. And that kind of leads me into my second pro of the game. It's set in Antarctica, which is classic. I mean, you got The Thing, obviously, Lost Planet, Dead Space 3. I know those all weren't Antarctica, but they were somewhere that was frozen. So you get what I'm saying. And number 3, it honestly has a decent atmosphere. It gives you the feeling of being alone on a desolate continent, almost how Silent Hill makes you feel like you're 100% by yourself with monsters around. You kind of get the same vibe here. I mean, you have some creepy, tense music that may or may not be inspired by The Thing or Stranger Things playing in the background. And really the only other thing you hear other than the music playing is, of course, your breath, the footsteps, and them goofy, fugly boy-faced shrimps. And at pro number 4, the game has the number 88 in it, and I love that number. It's actually my third favorite number, so that's pretty neat. And pro number 5, it has a day-night cycle where if it's dark IRL, it's dark in the game. This actually should be number 1. It's pretty much the only thing the game has going for it. It even has a cute little timer in the bottom of the main menu, letting you know how much longer you have until the sun sets, and the game goes dark. It's nothing like Dying Light or anything, where the enemies are more powerful at night. The game just literally gets dark outside. That's it. That's still pretty cool, but that's it. And then last, at number 6, it has a pretty cool, super original theme song, which I'll play for you right now. Nope, I lied. That's the theme song from The Thing. This is the theme song from Antarctica 88.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Come on. Okay.
They're the same picture.
Cons. And now we're getting down to business, because the cons is surprisingly where, well, not really surprisingly, but the cons is where this game shines. At number 1, we have voice acting, if you can even call it that. It's so bad. It puts the OG Resident Evil and Mega Man 8 on a list for best performance at the Video Game Awards.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
It sounds like they stuck a 20-year-old mic in a semi-filled urinal, and the voice actor had too many 40s of Mountain Dew the night before the recording. It's so bad. Bad is an understatement.
Отец, ты жив? Как ты мог убить всех своих друзей? Что с тобой стало?
Они просто не понимали, насколько эти существа уникальны.
I don't speak Russian, but if I did, I'd like to think that I'd still think that this was bad.
Мне пришлось убить всю команду.
Con number 2. The blasted cave levels. It's so annoying. It's like riding down the road at 45 miles an hour and not realizing that your local Martin Luther King Boulevard installed a speed bump, and you smack that thing and go all Dukes of Hazzard. Meanwhile, your drinks are spilling and your body's reminding you of just how fat you truly are. Your CD in the CD player starts to skip, and you start crying because you're mad and you're sad at the exact same time. And then all four of your tires smack the asphalt and you're fine, and you keep going on. That's how these annoying cave levels are. Side note, they really aren't that bad. I just didn't realize that I had a map until about 15 minutes into the cave level. But if you make like Dora and follow the map, then it's really not that bad. Con number 3, the vehicle sections. Okay, I'm not even sure how to express the oh-so-pointlessness of the third con on our list here. It's the vehicle sections. They're terrible. You die so much more than you really need to on the snowmobile, if you can even call it a snowmobile. Looks like Lego snowmobile. Lego's snowmobiles look better than the snowmobile. I was just trying to see how many times I could squeeze snowmobile into that sentence. But vehicle sections are horrible. There's virtually no point in them, and they're just there for seemingly no reason. Number 4, it's only about an hour-long game, tops. Seriously, you can start an episode of The Office without commercials and probably beat the entire game before the episode is over. That's it. The game is super short, and if you've beaten it once, you could probably beat it in even less time the next go-around. It's painfully short. Definitely not worth the steep price tag of the physical copy. It might be worth the $6.99 on the store, but don't buy the physical copy for $100 and something like I did. It's not worth it. Con number 5. Talk about a shameless upside-down copycatting spree. It's like they took Stranger Things and hit the plagiarism switch on full blast. And the worst thing is they didn't even try to hide it. In con number 6, there's a fair amount of glitches in the game. Nothing major or anything that forces you to restart a level, but enemies would sometimes phase through doors, and the little shrimp-looking guys would sometimes spawn at your feet and take a hunk of your health out of nowhere, but that was about it. It's still worth mentioning, though. Another thing that was painfully annoying was the sensitivity speed. I timed how long it took to do a complete 360 in the game on the highest sensitivity setting, and it was almost 5 seconds. 5 seconds just to simply spin in a circle. But then when some reason they give you the option to use the touchpad on the PlayStation 4 and 5, and when you do that, the sensitivity's insane. Like you can't hardly use it. Makes no sense, but that was super annoying as well. Anyway, the conclusion here is, if you're bored on a weekend with nothing to do, and you and your buddies want a good laugh, maybe check this game out. If you're bored on a weekend with nothing to do, and you don't have no buddies, maybe don't play this game, because you'll ask yourself why for the rest of the day, and you probably won't get a good night's sleep because you'll be questioning your bad decisions. This game receives a solid 3 out of 12 stars. And that about wraps up our chilly adventure through this not-so-terrifying Antarctica 88 video game. It may not have sent shivers down our spines, but hey, at least our teeth were chattering from all the laughter. Thanks for joining me on this frosty adventure, and remember, the real horror lies in the evil penguins plotting for world domination. Also, a spoonful of laughter helps the agonizing pain of adulthood go down. The more you know. Keep gaming, friends, and always stay frosty.